Welcome to the channel. Gonna have some fun today. Gonna work on the dirtymaxx. Let's get you up in the tripod here. Let's see what we got going on. I like this new tripod. Not a fan of how it mounts. Let's work on this here. Why is this being difficult? There we go. Should have made it spring loaded. Wouldn't have so much trouble. There we go. Looks good. I like the angle. All right, took a couple seconds to get set up there, but there we go. See what's going on. OG, what's going on, brother? Here to hold down the fort. So, Project dirtymaxx, here we go. I want to see what we can get going on here. Start taking it apart and see what we got going on. Anybody that hasn't caught yesterday's live, this was a freebie. Picked this up off of a guy I just met. He actually just said, "Here, you want it?" I think he was more happy to see it go than staring at it on top of a shelf. So let's dig into this thing. Let's see how bad this thing really is. I mean, I am really not too stoked about it. I think this thing's going to be bad, but you never know. Just because it's ugly doesn't mean it won't run. So let's see what's going on. OG, let's wait for a few more people to show up. If anybody is on their way in, hit that like button or on your way out. Either way. So everybody got going on today. I got rained out. Had an awesome day at the track yesterday, so go figure I'd get rained out today. First things first, let's get this pipe out of the way. Give us some room to work. Look at the finish on this thing. Even the pipe is destroyed. I don't know. Do something with it. Figure something out. I'd already ripped the mill out and slapped the 4.6 in it and send it. I wish you didn't say that. That'd be kind of neat. Chino, what's going on, brother? You driving? All right, well, keep both feet on the wheel. Stay safe. All right, let's keep looking at this. All right. Try and get some stuff out of the way that we're not going to need. Fuel line can go. I put a cap on the carburetor because it's already had enough shit in it over the years. I don't really feel like getting anything else or anything falling out of it, probably. All right, let's disconnect this easy start. Okay, easy start wires are up out of the way. All right, so let's see what's going on. Nitro Steve, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. So yesterday was the formally the last day at the track. Had a good day. They barbecued. We had some food. Everybody was having a good time. Made fastest lap of the night in the slash class. Nobody touched it. 13.0 seemed to be the barrier. I busted out at 12.7. Was pretty stoked about that. But then when the race came, bunch of wrecks, you know, just had a great time. Eventually just waited up for Devin, and me and him had a little bit of a dogfight to the end. It looks even worse from this angle. Yeah, brother. It's hard on the camera to express how shot this thing really is. That's why I'm kind of, I'm happy we're going to do this. This is going to be cool. I think this will be a good way to show, you know, basically, don't be afraid to buy them gross and ugly, you know what I mean? Some people are afraid of nitro, and there really ain't no reason to, but this one here, I just hope I didn't bite off more than I can chew, you know what I'm saying? Like, this thing is, like, it don't even, you couldn't even push this home. Like, I mean, it don't even want to roll. Appreciate the enthusiasm. All right. So, let's see what we got going on here in the chat. Yeah, be safe, homie. Don't be driving and listening to me. Looks even worse from this angle. Absolutely, brother. So, that kind of be neat, wouldn't it? You think I get sued if we put an HPI engine in this? I have to buy the swap kit. That's kind of funny that you said that. I love this project. The pour and half would be epic. Yeah, I was gifted something similar. Wolf Tracks RC, how you doing, brother? First time seeing you here. I don't know if you're a member or not. If you are, if you're not, I'd really appreciate it. If not, hit the like button. He said I was gifted something similar. I believe I might have the same kit. There you go. So you know my pain. So you don't get everything. Everything you get for free isn't always nice. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Wolf Tracks. Nice to see you here, brother. Yeah, this engine, I'm not really. Hold on a sec. It's funny that you said that. Let me show you something. All it needs is a one-way and a pull starter. Oh, I'm probably got a season desist order coming. But big block mount. OG starting trouble. That'd be kind of cool. Nice crate and pimp. That's a little demon waiting to be woke up. Hell yeah. Wolfpack saying hi to everybody. Everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm telling you, I'd slap it in there. One way and a pull starter is what it needs. It'll run. I know it'll run. Big block won't fit in a T-Max without extending the chassis. Well, I'm not looking to do that right now. I thought that was just funny that he said something like that because I just happen to have a 4.6 sitting. All right, let's start getting this thing out. I'm kind of interested to see what we got going on here because we got a lot of everything going on here. All right, one bolt's already loose. That's great. Crank snout is too long. Oh, so yeah, well, I mean, you're going to have to use the big block conversion kit anyway. Probably going to set it back a little bit. I am genuinely surprised that these bolts are loose. Oh, you want to see this? This is neat. Here you go. Yeah, he's a mechanic, so he'll dig this too. Let's see. I'm not going to scrape at it, OG, because I already cleaned the mess up on this desk once, and I want to clean it up again. Let's see if we can get it in view. It has a metal bulkhead that scrapes off. I believe it's magnesium, because I don't think aluminum scrapes off. It makes a fine powdered dust. Here, I could probably get some of it off. Let's see, like a dust. Now, the control arms are aluminum. These, I believe, with some Never Dull, I could probably clean them up and they'll look pretty good. Bulkheads are shot. Bulkheads are shot. I'm telling you, I'd slap that in there. Big block won't fit. Yeah. Pimp, what metal does this? It's rotted. Yeah, I think it's magnesium. I don't know if titanium will do that. I don't think they would spend the money to make titanium bulkheads because that ain't cheap. Magnesium's not, pot metal doesn't rot either. Yeah, I think it's made out of magnesium. I'm not obviously going to use them. So if we cannot find out, you know, maybe what kind of metal they are, we could test them to see if they're magnesium. I'll take them outside and I'll take a torch to them and see if they light up. I don't care. They're no good to me. All right, let's get back to this. Let's get this engine out. Two of the bolts were not very tight. That make it 3. So, surprising. Let's put it that way. Hell yeah, fire. Yeah, we'll burn it. I don't care. It's not going to do it in the house, obviously. Oh, come on out. All right. Motor mount. Screws came out pretty easy. All right. Spin this around. Oh, the ground. All right, well, the motor mount's salvageable. It's one part. Let's put the bolt right back in there. $20 liter nitro. Can I put it in my car? Your daily driver? I wouldn't do it. I'd put that one back and grab a better one. Which one? What, the truck? The truck was free. So, I mean, I could do whatever I want with it at this point. But, all right. Chassis, I think, will clean up nice. It doesn't look terrible. I agree, Pimp. This thing is really rough, but, you know, can't leave anything alone. All right. Well, we can get rid of this for the time being. We're working on an engine today. All right. Let's check the view, see if I can come down a little bit on this. All right, cool. So here's what we're working with. Did they paint this Easy Start? Did these come silver? I thought these would have been black. I don't know. Least of its problems. The motor's no damn good. So, all right, cool. Well, first thing I'm going to do is I want to get that, let's get the glow plug up out of there. Yeah. Rough as a stucco bathtub. Yeah, she's rough, real rough. High volume, what's going on, brother? The rougher, the better. Not always. This thing's pretty bad. All right, let's get that glow plug out. We know it's no good. I just want to put some oil down in there. So hopefully I can get this thing loose. Whoa. Look at the bell. Bell on this thing looks like it's been on the Titanic. This was the part that ran the propeller before it hit the iceberg. That evil woman that killed Leonardo DiCaprio didn't save him, but she pocketed this for us, you know, so we're good. All right. It's in the wrench. There we go. All right, washers with it. That's crap. All right, let's start getting this back plate off. We're missing, oh, sweet. One. Oh, Jesus. Well, 2 out of 3 screws are usable. Looks like the back plate is cracked. Let's see if we can get it on there in the view. Right there. Missing a whole ear off the back plate. Only room for one on this floating door when there obviously wasn't. Obviously there wasn't. Let's see. Well, at least it makes it easy for easy disassembly when there's only one screw holding the Easy Start on. Okay, cool. Let me adjust this a little bit. There we go. Now I can work comfortably. All right. What the? Oh my God. I don't even know if I'm going to bother taking this apart. Check it out. We got 2 screws. We got 2 drilled out nasty garbage. Okay, let's see how much of a pain in the ass this is going to be to get off with them screws like that. I'm sure this is not going to come off easily at all. So, safe to say, somebody's had this engine apart. Back plate is cracked. Easy Start sucks. We're batting 1,000 with this bad boy. Oh, well, back plate will come out easy. Oh. This thing is, wow. Wish I didn't open it. That thing is disgusting. Wow. Well, good thing it's loose. That's a good thing. A money shot. No, this ain't money. This is muddy. Ugh. Yummy. That's fantastic. Okay. So we got broken off bolts in the block. And they are broken like almost flush. So as far as getting them out, that's a drill job. That's not great. Well, whew. I don't even know what to think about this one. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see what else we can get. $10 says it'll run. Yeah, it'll probably. That's the thing I always laugh about when you see, like, you know, people on lives, they do startups. I mean, I do startups too, but like, will it start? You could get a dog shit nitro engine to start and run. It'll idle. Once it gets warm, totally different animal. Oh my Lord. Yeah. All right. Well, we got into it this far. Might as well just keep on running. Let's take a look. So they sell a big block conversion kit for these. If you can't fit that in there, what are they putting in it? Obviously, you can't bump start this thing. I know my LRP is a lot big, isn't going to fit in there. That 4.6 might. I think it will. Hey, didn't say run well. Pimp, I don't know. That's a smell that you never forget. Nasty. All right. So, quick rundown of where we're at so far. So far, we have 2 broken screws in the case. Chipped off ear on the back plate. I think I see more big block T-Maxes than Revos. The Revo's paying the ass because of that control arm. I think there's a kit for them. I don't know. I'd assume so. Nitro Bob, what's going on, brother? Yeah. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a horror story today. This is going well. So, Bob, just to catch you up real quick, this is the 2.5 out of the Project dirtymaxx, we call it. See if I can get it up for $1.50. This engine, it's dookie, my friend. I don't know what we're gonna do. All the T-Maxes are OS 21s. Those are bolt in. Yeah, I'm not spending that much money. We got a $150 budget here. Oh Lord. But even on the inside, you can see it's somebody took a dookie in there. Look at this thing. It's pretty bad. Cherry, right? Yeah, Michael Graham, good. We got a Traxxas guy in here. We gonna build or we gonna flush it? I think this will be the question of the day. So far, we have the motor. Pretty easy start is foobar, but everything else is decent. I think that's okay. We got a good exhaust. The exhaust is nice. Back plate, cracked ear. Block so far, we have 2 bolts broken off in it, and these are not going to be able to be grabbed. These are going to be drill jobs. I don't know if I'll be even able to get them out. We got the clutch bell from the Titanic. Looks great. Is not seized, surprisingly. Fairly easy to turn over, but I'm not very optimistic that this has any pinch left. All right, moment of truth. Let's get this... I'm I'm going to leave the carburetor on it because it's absolutely covered in fuzz and dirt. So rather than adding insult to injury and putting even more junk into this crankcase. Let's see what everything's got going on. Time to call Lumidon. Who's that? I just got my rustler going. Awesome, Bob. Yeah, Mike, that is rough, isn't it? Looks good for traxxas. Nitro Bob. Everybody giving some peace signs around. It's awesome. So let's check out this coolant head. The finish is absolutely destroyed. Like this thing. I'm trying to think of I'm trying to stay positive here, people. Carburetor, a little sticky, but it'll work. No. Seal on that carburetor is drier than a cat's ass. That's no good. All right. So let's see here and make sure. Oh, we have okay. Here's a good one. Here's a nice one. If you look into the fins, you can usually see the heads of the bolts. I see 1, 2, 3, and then nobody's home on 4 and 5. Probably not gonna be able to see in there, but oh, maybe you can. Somebody rattle canned it. No, I'd say I don't think they rattle canned it. The finish on the block and everything is original. That's legit. That's not paint. All right. So it's missing 3 out of 5 head bolts. Okay. Well, we'll take out the remaining 3. Let's see what we got going on here. This is going well. Michael Graham asks, what did I pay for that T-Max? Nothing. Looks puff canned. Yeah, I paid nothing for the whole thing. So, okay, that one's missing, that one's missing, that one. Oh, this is going well. Still qualifies for a $110 3.3 power upgrade. Can you do the rest on 40 bucks? Ooh. I'd have paid twice as much. Yeah. All right. Oh, right. Three. Okay, so we got 3 head bolts. Still has the shim on it. Head button. Finish is good. God. Oh, Lord. Yeah, we got some broken studs right in the block. Lovely. This is a lost cause. Let's see. Sleeve looks half decent. Really nothing too bad. The bearings for the bell look nice. Hey, we got something. I'm afraid it's done for. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with you on this one. All right. Well, yeah. Yep. Okay. That's shit. That is shit, people. This is supposed to be a decently. I thought this would be a decent build on this guy. I'm definitely calling it on this. This thing's dead. All right. Well, that's good. Michael Graham, you brought up the $110 3.3 power upgrade. Can you do the rest for 40 bucks? I'm sorry, Nitro Pimp did. Has anybody ever used that? Can I get some info on that? How does it work? Oh, excuse me. I hope I got another one. Oh my God, it smells so bad. It's making me sneeze. All right. I'm afraid it's done for. I agree. All right. Anybody want to call it time of death? We're going to officially call this one at 1:24 p.m. on 4/6/25. This 2.5 will be returned to the grave. It's dead. Thank you, Nitro Pimp. I had a Revo in very similar condition. Got it built for $530. No, I'm not going to spend that much. K2H, what's going on, brother? If anybody here is new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that like button on the way in. We are just going to have a moment of silence here for this 2.5 that is no longer with us. Somebody killed it. Somebody killed it. My name is Hanky, not Snot Rag. Hey, boy, you want a Snot Rag? Love that movie. Bad Santa, one of my favorite. All right. 110 bucks, I can upgrade this. What do they need? They probably need a crank. They probably need a rod and a piston. Sleeve. Got that coolant head. Probably a back plate that's broken. So I'm going to need to take this engine mount off. We're going to need to keep the mount. Keep the header. Yes, sir. Like and subscribe. Appreciate it, brother. Needs a carb. Got it. Head. Got it. Block, crank, and back plate. They can have it all. Free K2H. Oh, no. Is he one too? Did he get booted? Keep the clutch. Okay. Okay. At this point, I might even give him the clutch. You think they'd want this clutch? Because, man, I don't want that clutch. You get a new 3.3 pull start and air filter. Okay. So then I don't even have to worry about this anymore. But then we're going caveman. Gonna go with the pull start. All right. All right, well, let's start a bag of what I got to keep. Well, if it's getting a pull starter, they can have the whole thing. I don't even want this. That was this way. I'm sure Traxxas is going to love getting this back. All right, let's see. Those were the head bolts. That was for the exhausts. I'm keeping those. That was for the pull starter. Let's get this back together. I guess we'll start looking at the truck. So, all right. So if I'm looking at 110 bucks to upgrade this to a 3.3, that's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, that's an idea. Yo, Nitro RC Life, what's going on, brother? We're at the end of life with this 2.5. This thing is donezo. They sure as hell are not getting my cap. I like these caps. That's mine. They can't have it. So back plate has to go on. Coolant head has to go back on. That's fine. This goes to the bottom of the motor mount. They're not getting that. I'm sure they're going to just throw this in the dumpster regardless. I'll take the bell. I mean, I'm not going to use it, but yeah, I don't need that. Oh, Lord, this gets better. This just continues. Check this out. Got a clutch bell. I'm not ever going to use. I mean, look at this thing. This thing's going to cause tetanus if anybody. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man. You got no damn clutch. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is cool. All right. I'm going to throw this in the vise real quick off camera. Save the flywheel. All right. Clutch nuts loose. Flywheel's not very nice. So Don't mind how I do this. Probably not going to use it anyway. I'll keep the collet. Why not? Kept the rest of the junk. All right. So let's go back up into this chat here. Let's see what he said I needed for this. Bluetooth clutch shoes. Ain't got no clutch in it. That's right. So you said it needed carb, check. Head, I'll put it on. Block, obviously. Crank, yes. Backplate. Okay. I always use the Talbot 2-ounce brass hammer. If you tap it evenly left to right, I mean, it's just a compression fit. Everybody knows, as long as you're not a goddamn caveman, you're going to be fine taking the flywheels off like that. If you have a nice one, like, you know, like a Reds or something nice. Floyd Brewer, what's going on, brother? You have a nice flywheel. I probably would not recommend, you know, banging the shit out of it. But, yeah. Yeah, high volume. I'm going to take the motor mount off. It's easier to work on with it on for the time being. So, all right. I'm happy I kind of did this today. So, all right. Some more information on this power-up program. I know, you know, I could probably take it to our hobby shop, and I can probably get them to take care of it, but they're friends of mine. I don't want to give them a hard time and be a pain in their ass. So what do? Just print out a form, put it in a box, send it to Traxxas, and wait? Is that how this works? Take the piston out and turn it into a keychain as a reminder. Not necessary. I'm not even going to bother. I'm sure they probably want it. They don't care. Do the hobby shop. They still make 30. I'll go in and ask about it. If it's a pain in their balls, I won't bother them with it. Yeah, in order to get that piston out, then I got to do the I got to take the sleeve out, and honestly, I don't want to put any more time into this. The hell with them. Save the shipping. All right, cool. Let's get this motor mount off. Dump this piece of crap. I would like to just take it to, I would just take it to the hobby shop. All right. I bought 2 Funkos. My guys don't care about the power up. They are game. Yeah. Well, I deal with a smaller shop, and they're friends. You know what I mean? If it's something they don't really give a shit about, and if it's a pain in their ass, I won't bother them with it. You bought those Funkos, huh? You went with it? I mean, they are pretty cool. They are cool. I'm personally, I don't think I'm gonna buy one. I mean, they're pretty cool, but that's a good amount of bread. And you living in Florida, I can obviously see, man. If you you know, they're made for sand. You got beaches. I'm in Pennsylvania, man. We have beaches, but they're at lakes, and if I take it out there, the game commission's gonna throw me out. I got caught up on the nitro Creighton. Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty wild. I'm a big fan of the Armas. I like their platforms. I have a couple of them, and they're all pretty good to me. Yeah, but like, if I was to take that Funko out, it'd probably be out like in a column banks and stuff, the sill tills. And with it being 2-wheel drive, it will not outclimb my DBXL 2.0. I can guarantee you that. That 4x4 in that the 4-wheel drive in that DBXL, that thing's awesome on the column banks. But I mean, even on 4-wheel drive, you're spinning all 4 tires. It's throwing shit everywhere. It's a blast. I think that Funko would pretty much just dig a hole and be done. All right. Motor mount is it's grimy, but it's all there. It'll clean up. That I'm not worried about. That 100% was not what I expected. Opinion. Want to go fast with a Creighton 4.6. 4.6 HPI, LRP 32, or Reds 21. Well, I'm trying to think. What's that Creighton weigh? That would be my question, because is torque going to be an issue? The LRP 32 is not a really high revving engine. I think they're, what, 33,000 RPM? I think you get a little more RPM out of an HPI 4.6. 9.6 pounds. Now, the Reds 21, now that's a machine right there. I would, if I was to say... What? Oh, I hit the screen. I'm like, what the hell just popped up on my screen? Boys checking out any of the Nitro Blast mainstay? Absolutely, K2H. I was watching that all day yesterday in and out of when I was racing myself. And, yeah, I've been. We got a couple of guys, I guess, from Trains and Lanes that are there. I personally don't know them, but a couple of the guys I was there with, I guess they do. So it's pretty cool. 10 pounds, don't drop that on your foot. I would say Reds is bump start, but it's all OS. OS is good. I don't see that as a problem. What's the RPM? I would, if you're going for speed, it's all about that RPM. Like we found out when we did the Nitro, the Monster Truck Speed Challenge. I mean, the guys with the 32s kind of all topped out right around the same. If the HPI is good for 43,000, 1 more horsepower. So the HPI, you're saying that HPI is still about 4 horsepower. That should be plenty. I would say the HPI would be my ticket. I would go for RPM over max power, because I think 4 horsepower would be enough to push that regardless. All right. So, as I said, block, crank, head, sleeve, piston, carburetor. That's all they want. So out of this whole pile, we're saving a dumpy looking header with a universal coupler. I got my plug back. Keeping that. Can't have it. A disgusting flywheel. The Titanic clutch bell. Call it, and a clutch nut. So it's the only thing worth saving out of this whole pile right here. That's it. that's it. Everything else, oh, a motor mount. There we go. Everything else is crap. I'll save this too. Not going to obviously use it if we're getting a pull start. So I'm not going to use it. Not going to invest the money in it. Hey, I have run traxxas bells worse than that. I wouldn't be saying that in public. It's pretty bad. OG, 9.6 pounds is 3 pounds lighter than a Savage. Should move pretty good. I agree. DORC got 40 off-road on 15. Okay. Yeah, we're caught up. Caught up on the chat. All right, cool. So, we've come to the conclusion that this piece of crap is indeed a piece of crap. Obviously, we can take this and throw it in the garbage. All right, power up program it is. I'm going to set this in a box now. Take it to the shop. See what we can do with it. File this under junk. We'll get a bag for the rest of that shit. Well, that's quite disappointing. I was hoping I'd be able to save that one. But 1550 gearing, I think I can go for 2136. I forget what gearing I have in the Felony, but I have that geared up. It should, if you top it out, it'll do about 120 from my calculations. The most I've ever gotten out of it, because of the batteries that I run in it, is about 80 to 90, and I'm doing it in a small boat launch parking lot, which is absolutely sketchier than hell. And yeah, that thing's fun. All right, so that's what we have left for an engine. All right, cool. Oh, let's zoom out a little bit. take a look at this truck. All right. So, where do we start on this? I think we should start on the parts that are being held together with a zip tie. Oh, God. All right. Well, let's cut the zip ties and see what falls off. Let's go that route. All right, cool. All right, well, here's a stock skid plate that I just laughed out loud. What's up, everyone? Nitro Freak, what's going on? Shocks? 46, easy picking, freak. Yeah, 46. Did I think I beat that with my, yeah, I did. I beat that with the what's it called? My Revo. But then everybody else whooped my ass. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to start with the shocks yet because they're just stock shocks. And I don't know if we can get a good view of these. Not really with the tires on. They are, the color of the stock shocks, the shafts, is doo-doo brown. They are completely FUBAR. So the shocks are going to require probably a shock rebuild kit, which I have. They're just basic Ultra shocks. But you got, what, $12 in shafts, unless I can figure out how to clean them. But I don't think there's a good way to clean those, because if you have any type of, like if let's say the surface is rough on the shock shaft, it's oh my God. It's definitely going to just destroy the O-rings in the shock. So it's not worth it. Look at this. Let me see if I can hold this. Yeah, Michael Graham's trucks rip. I'm not going to say he cheats, but he's got some cool toys, man. He was ripping. I think he was at last year's Monster Truck. He was the fastest traxxas. Absolutely. All right. So we got a couple of screws here, basically holding the whole front end on. So I think I'm going to start by, we're going to see if I can get some of these screws out and remove this plate. This plate I'd like to keep. This is kind of nice. It's got a matching one for the rear too. And it's not made out of this flaky metal. So at least with this is something we could keep. It's pretty nice. But let's see if we can get them out without having to get the torch. Probably going to need the torch. What are these, 2s? Yes. All right, well, that one was falling out. Probably why it needed the zip tie. Let's see if we can zoom in a little. There we go. I like this new tripod. Kind of sucks I got to keep putting my fingers in front of it to adjust it, but it is what it is. Grease Spot Garage, what's going on, brother? If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. So I'm really thinking about getting into this stuff, guys. Any recommendations for a starter kit? Well, you've come to the right place. You got a lot of the best of the best right here in this chat right now. So I guess Grease Spot, it all depends on what you're looking to do. What kind of, are you looking to go racing? Are you a basher? What are you looking to do? I know this is a nitro. Are you into nitro or electric? We're going to need some more info, brother. I'm sure you'll get all the information that you need. GSG HBI Savage 46. You'll thank me later. There you go. I'm not going to disagree with him. There's a lot of other options over a Savage, but he's right. He is right. They are a good truck. How much are you looking to spend? I think that is going to be monkey around, and it has to run on fuel. Okay. Monkey around. Is money an object? Because, I mean, that's going to... Does it have to be nitro fuel, too? You can run 2-stroke. There are 2-stroke available. 2-stroke is fun, too. But you will pay more money for a 2-stroke. Corey, what's going on, brother? probably going to have to just buy a hardware kit for this. Nitro Rustler makes a good first nitro. Yes, it does. Nitro Rustler, hey, a T-Max like this one. Just absolutely not like this one. Get yourself a new one for about 400 bucks with a 3.3 with an easy start. It's about as easy as it gets. And then, you know, you can work your way up from there or stay right where you're at. You'll be fine. Can't believe these all came out. Well, whoever built this did not believe in Loctite, and I kind of thank them for it. Rocky Perry Jr., what's going on, brother? He recommends the T-Max as well. All right. All right, here we go. Michael Graham, we got you. Nitro Freak was here, I believe. Maybe you might know. Or Nitro Pimp, here you go. This is kind of neat. Ever heard of this company? traxxas. It's got a lot of parts on it, and I believe most of them are from that company. And the website is defunct. It's no good. Won't get you anywhere. USA 1 has a chain drive. Then you need to look into the Rustler. I don't have a Rustler, but I have Nitro Sports. It's basically like a cheaper version of the Rustler. And he's right. I love them. I really do. All right, so the steering is either the bulkhead. Wow. All right, what's got to come off next? Those are Phillips. Those are going to be fun. All right, we got to see what's left here. These going to come out. World's rustiest. That one's gonna. This thing is bad. All right. Two other options on the Creighton. Let's see. Sorry, I'm going through. All right, well, I just took a screenshot of the information. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Yeah, good luck. It's a fun trip. Don't get discouraged. Like I said, become a member here. Check in. There's a bunch of other guys here as well. You can, yeah, that's not going to work. That bolt is stuck. We'll have to figure that out. As I was saying, there's a lot of people here that can help you out if you have any questions, and you know, we can make it a lot easier on you. I have a set of Sen Genesis engines and an EK4. Yeah, those big displacement engines, I don't know about that. That's not the way I would go. I'm telling you, RPM, brother. Watch my channel. You can see what Savages can do. Michael Graham's channel is T-Max's. Yeah, OG, drop those links, brother. It's about that time. Make sure you get Michael Graham in there and Nitro Pimp, everybody. Everybody, also thank OG for holding down the place. Corey, you can help him out if you have time. I have even gear in it. Yeah, if you're 1-to-1 gear, I just think aiming for torque is not the answer on this one. You know what I mean? It's not light, but it's not like you're pushing a school bus. I think it'll be just fine. All right, let's see if we can get this cover off of the servo here. That looks like it's a Phillips head, so hope for the best. It's just in a servo, so it shouldn't be tight. This little cover here is really nice. I kind of dig this. Gonna say that all these servos are trash. There you go. Nitro Pimp is up. Michael Graham. Use your Traxxas guy. He's got the wild ones. He does good. So what do you think about this angle? A little bit better than the old ones? I hated having to shoot over my shoulder. So I went out and bought a new tripod. I kind of like this one. Fits the desk nicely. All right. Yeah, look at this. This little cover so you don't bang the shit out of the servo. Aluminum. Nice. It should clean up pretty good. Add this to the pile here. What we're saving. The stock one we're not gonna, but I'll leave it for now. My Lord. All this, everything is just rust. But nothing has Loctite, so I don't even know how to think about this. Rocky Perry says he digs the cover. Yeah, me too. Okay. Basically have one screw. It's going to screw up the whole plan. All right. Let's see if we can get this drive shaft out. Where's this? Oh, my Lord. It's brown. Yeah, even the little screws that hold the drive shaft on, brown. There we go. Come on off. Well, I guess I got to pull the front end to get that off. All right, we can worry about that later. So what do we got stuck here? Just that one freaking screw. Not using the bulkheads, so I really don't give a shit what happens to it. But it just kind of sucks. I want to save the chassis, so I don't want to cut it. Did that move? All right, I don't want to wreck this 2.0. I just replaced those. Do I have a junkier one? That's a 2.0. No. All right. Not gonna snap it. It's going to tweak the chassis. We ain't got a whole lot of good going on here, so the chassis is definitely not what I want to do. All right, let's get these massive... I'll leave the wheels on for now. Where do we go from here? There you go. Everyone subscribe to Grease Spot too. Did you put his up? You were able to put his link up, OG? That'd be great. All right. I'm gonna have to get a drill bit. I'm gonna have to drill that one out. It's in the bulkheads that I do not intend to use because they're rotted, so I really don't care what happens to that. So, what do I need? All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna run upstairs, and I'm going to grab some drill bits. We're gonna drill it out. All right. Let's find a bit that'll work here. A feeling we bit off more than we can chew at $150 on this one. If I'm going to spend $110 on the engine, I don't think this will be a possible thing for 40 bucks. Because you figure 12 to 15 bucks in shocks to fix that. I could probably buy a new set for 25 on Jenny's. The tie rods are all shot. Rear camber links are shot. I'm gonna need a hardware kit from Jenny's. I think they had one for like 12 bucks. That's something. But I don't think we'll be able to get wheels and tires out of this. I'd buy a whole used engine off Sleebay. Yeah, I'm gonna look around. We're not calling it quits yet. We're definitely not calling it quits yet. But I think 150 bucks. I think we might be probably have to take the aluminum off and take it to the scrap yard just to get a couple of dollars back so we have enough money to do it. I think 150 is going to be super tight. Super duper tight. You're going to need a lot of used off-the-shelf parts to make it happy. Yeah. Yeah. And unfortunately, if this was like a Revo, I got tons of parts. All right. We need to get more access to this. Let's take that body mount off. 2, 5. Try and get this body mount out of the way. That way I can get the drill in there easier. Oh, Lord. Like, everything is just covered in garbage. There we go. Someone somewhere has a box, if not a one of parts. Just gotta look. I'm sure we do, but I'm not against, help. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to more do this so that way, let's say somebody with less resources can do it as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that way maybe if you let's say somebody found this thing at a flea market or a yard sale for $10, $15. They're not like, oh man, that thing's a bucket of shit, forget about it. I think that to get people into the, into the nitro stuff or into the RC stuff important, I think this is a great way to start. You know what I'm saying? Learn the wrenching aspect of it. I mean, we all love our hobby shop, so we know if you took this into a hobby shop, one, they're probably not going to want to fix it. And two, if you had to pay the hourly rate for them to fix it, it ain't worth it. She's totaled. This thing was junkyard bound. It was literally in a garage next to a junkyard. These are kind of neat. I'll show you this. These are cool. I like this little idea. Ain't no way I'm taking care of any car of mine to a damn hobby shop. Yeah, I can only imagine what if I dropped this off and said, hey man, call me when it's fixed. They're probably just going to throw a $400 brand new one on the table and tell you, here you go, it's going to cost you 400 bucks. And then they'll throw this in the dumpster for me free of charge. This is kind of neat. That aluminum body mount has like a sleeve. Goes around the mount like this, and then the bolts go right through it. That's what holds the body mount on. That's kind of cool. I like that. It's supposed to have 2 screws. It's got 1. them right back where they came from. That's pretty cool. Whatever these this brand that Traxxas is, like I said, it seems to be not many people have heard of it. The quality of the parts is really not bad. Aggie, that engine is absolutely 110% junk. We're gonna figure out what to do with that later. This thing, somebody was in there. It has snapped bolts, and it's a complete disaster from every angle. Yeah, you don't want to know. It's that bad. All right, can we get the drill bit in there now? There we go. Okay, cool. What am I missing? Nothing. Should just fall right off. I mean, I cut the zip tie. Jesus. Flathead. Where is the flathead? There's that, there's that. We don't need this anymore. Oh, the bench is a mess. The bench is a mess. We had too much going on today. Let's see what else we got going on here. How's the engine? Yep, Texas, it's toast. Waste of time. Yeah, I think the drive shaft is a sticking. That's why I need the flathead. Yeah, don't have a flathead right now. Nope, drive shaft is now off. Come on. Is there another screw here? Yeah, okay. That's the problem. There's 2 more screws. 4 screws hold it on, not 2. Okay, there's 1 more right here behind these wires. That one's gonna have to be drilled as well. But all the wires for the servos are in the way. Wonderful. Okay. Let's open the servo, the radio box. Get some more of this mess. Never overlook violence as an option. Well, I'd agree with you on that one, except the chassis is really the only thing that looks like it's worth the shit right now, so that's the last thing I want to tear up by just yanking on stuff, you know? We ain't got a whole lot going for us right now. We have no engines a week before race wars, the whole 9, you know? We're doing bad. All right. Okay, well, receiver, yeah, see you later. I know all the servos are shit, so I could care less about them, but let's get up in here. Get this zip tie cut. Okay, no problem. Should be able to get right in there now. That's awesome. The servo's actually not moving. It's just I think the servo, the horn is absolutely just stripped. Been buying new chassis for 18 bucks. All right. Next month he's getting a lot of money. Who's getting a lot of money? Someone's gonna get it. All right, come on, pop it. Yep, there goes. All right. Holy crap. All right. Sorry, I've been gone. Was the engine any good? No, absolutely not. Engine is a relic. Yep, engine is complete foobar. It's sad because, like, even if there was something half decent worth saving, we could have saved that engine. But backplate's cracked. It's full of shit. Bearings are bad. Piston rod sleeve needs to be done. Carb's full of garbage. It's just that's where we call it. It's just wow. The bearings in the servo saver are gone. All right. Well, let's work on this front half. See what we got going. All right. So let's see what we can save out of this. Looks like it's got an aluminum crossbar and stuff. I don't know. Is this a factory piece? Did these come aluminum, or they upgrade this? Might be savable. We'll see. See if we can get these screws out of here. The tie rods are absolutely hammered. I don't even think I can clean these up on the... maybe. I don't even think these are worth cleaning up. I don't know if I'd be able to get these on the wire wheel and make it worthwhile. Yeah, Traxxas doesn't give you nothing for free. All right, see if we can get the steering apart. Yep. Every bolt on this thing is absolutely terrifying because it's one slip away from back to the drill. And some of these parts I really want to try to save. Free. Ain't nothing free. Not in this world. Ow. This has to be completely disassembled. Everything on this thing is absolutely tighter than hell. Like, this thing's bad. Oh. You can see on the inside, everything is rusted. I believe that's a bearing in there. That should be a bearing. Might be. I don't know. I'll have to look at the diagram. Bad advice costs as much as good. That's right. Sometimes that back tree mechanic, that shade tree mechanic that's trying to save you money costs you twice as much. Oh, been in that business way too long. All right. Do I have a track this one? Ah, we have a bleeder. Something got me. Rings, have you found... let's see, what's Travis got to say? Have you found that it's unfixable? Never, sir. Everything is fixable. Is the cost too high to fix? Not yet. Not yet. I think At a minimum, we're so far... take all that stuff, put it in your $50 ultrasonic cleaner, put a quarter to... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Back to Travis. Is it too expensive to fix? No. So far, we're at an engine. Worst case scenario, we could trade it into Traxxas, get ourselves a 3.3 upgrade with a pull start. We're into it for about 110 bucks. That's pretty much it. And 2 bulkheads. So it's $8 to the front, $8 to the rear. Hardware. Lots and lots and lots of time cleaning this up. Has it gotten to that point yet? Nope. It's the best use of 20%. No, like, look, I got this. This is what I've been using. I got about at least a full gallon of it. Old Traxxas 20%. I don't know if you can see the color. It's FUBAR. It'll burn. It'll throw your tune 360 degrees away from anything, but I won't run it in anything I have. Stuff I have is a little too nice for that. Only good use for TRX fuel as a cleaner. No. There's nothing wrong with the Traxxas fuel. You've heard it here. I will say it. There's nothing wrong with it. Yes, there's too much oil. Yes, there are better options. But if you gave me a gallon of Traxxas fuel, you think I'm going to be like, man, what's wrong with you? No, I'm going to run that shit. All burns. I'll have a good time with it. I mean, if I'm looking to make ridiculous horsepower, well, that's not going to be the way, but I personally just feel that the $150 budget's going to be kind of tough. I want to see how close I can get. Oh my God. All right. Tire inspection. They're dry rotted. They're done. Hey, Boatman, what's going on? Oh, yeah, look at the front. These are garbage. And you can see the links. The links match the clutch bell. These are poop. Lotus, this is something you might have found at the bottom of a lake. We could have probably used some sonar in one of your boats, and this is how I think that's where this came from. But let's see what we can do with it. Okay, that's junk. They sell the tires separately. Maybe I should save those wheels. The wheels aren't bad. Okay. All right. I guess we'll get the bumper out of the way. This thing's boo bad. Very bad. Send it to me. I'll drag it through the lake. Yeah, throw it someplace deep. All right. It's got an aluminum bumper on it. Probably made by that same company. The finish is absolute dog shit. I'm probably going to get RPM ones on here. I'm not even going to mess with it. Looks like crap. But we will need the mounts. So the mounts we'll have to hold on to. Here's that flaky shit, like I said. Coming off. You can see, look at this mess. There's more of it. More, I mean, I'm pretty much interested. I want to see more of is the, I want to see what the bearings look like in this thing. Because, I mean, even the balls for the suspension here on the outside, they're rusty. They'll come clean, but they're pretty rusty. It's either magnesium or plated pot. That's what I was thinking. The arms are really nice. Like, the arms are very, very nice aluminum. And the kit, I mean, they were very proud of it, because if you look, like, even on this plate, I'll show you in a second, like, they put their name on everything. And anybody mostly knows, for the most part, in the automotive industry, if you're proud of something, you put your name on it. So I'm thinking it's magnesium. I don't think they would make it out of monkey metal and put their name on it. All right. Save them. Be sitting a lot of screws are going to be sitting in PB Blaster for a while. Let's see what the chat says. I bet those aluminum pieces back then were expensive as yeah. This like I said, I put some Neverdull, take some Neverdull to these arms. I bet the arms clean up pretty good. Sell the aluminum stuff and get RPM. There's not enough of it here. I mean, unless I wanted to sell like just the arms. The bulkheads are shot. I think the shock towers will clean up, but I think that'd be kind of something that I don't know, kind of want. Look, if I can get that chrome to come back. Let's see, where was I at? It's either magnesium or plated. Yo, pimp, I'm gonna run that RS4 today, see how the pipe's working out. I'll send you a few pictures. There you go, Bob. RS4s are a good time. I got one on the shelf, needs the body painted. If you're not proud of it, nothing. Yeah, that's why I said somebody was proud of this, because they took some time with it. Oh my God, this thing is bad. I like this project because without a doubt, this is probably the worst one that I've ever done. I mean, I did a couple of those Nitro Sports that were in an attic for years. They were rough. This, they don't compete with this. Where the heck did that flathead screwdriver ever make it to? Never found it. There it is. I'm gonna have to wash this hoodie after this because it's covered in that dust. Let's get these hexes off. Alright. There's the hex. Getting the pin came out pretty easy. Okay. Put the pin in the hex. Just keep everything going. I guess nobody thought that this was going to be as bad as it is. I'm one of them. The bearing is absolutely gone. There's the plug. You got some questions for the pimp if you're free later. RS4 stuff. See if we can get these out of the arms clean. Ooh, I don't know. Yep, no problem. I always worry about these a little bit because when you have, I'm pretty sure these balls are made of steel. Then you have an aluminum arm. The difference in the metallurgy sometimes make a real headache for you. Yeah, those will clean up. They'll clean up. Now a little bit of time on the wire wheel won't fix on that. That's good. Thank God this guy never heard of Loctite. This could have been a nightmare. Send it all in a box? Nah, man. It's not stressful. I don't get stressed out about this. Nitro Bob, hey Rings, you got any traxxas rustlers? I just built one as a street car with the diff locker and a 3.3 and some smoothie wheels, droop the suspension. No, I don't have a rustler. I have two Nitro Sports. Very similar. We're gonna need an actual hammer, I think, for this. Whoa. Wow. Look at that. That's freaking tight. I fit through the... Yeah. That'll break. Do I have a hammer down here? I think I do. Thought I did. Maybe I don't. Don't use a hammer very often. Let's see here. Got some vice grips. Whew. Yeah. That's a plastic axle, so heat's not going to be the option. I don't want to tear them threads up either. So let's put the nut on it. Let me see if I can pop it through. Put her all in the old vise here. I think I got it. Yeah. Look at these. There ain't a bearing worth of shit in this thing. All right, mini nitros are sick. Peanut butter, yeah, PB blaster time. No, I don't think there's any fixing of these. This will be complete replacement. It scoots. See the outer bearing? Check it out. Completely locked. That's shot. Let's see if I can get this off quick. All right, we got an axle. And I blew the bearing apart in this vise. So that's done. All right, cool. Definitely gonna need some grease on this axle, but that should be repairable. We should be okay. Let's see if I can get the rest of it out. Should be a 2, I believe, on these. Is this smaller? I want to get these bulkheads off as quick as possible so I can stop this friggin' dust everywhere. This is ridiculous. Needle nose. Okay, where did they go? Alright, I'm gonna have to take some more off before I can get that out. Oh my god, what a mess. Anyone got a match? Shit. I got a torch. I don't need a match. Alright, we'll take the shocks off. I probably should have did that earlier. That's okay. We got room. Yeah, I think $150 is completely out of the window now. Might have to bump it up a nickel, make it 200. That's kind of cool. It's got like a proprietary standoff for these shock towers. That's kind of cool. Yeah, if we could find out some information about this company, I mean, maybe this kit's worth something. I mean, cleaned up, it might be worth something. It ain't worth shit right now. Pretty cool. Why do I need a bucket of popcorn? Yeah, it's a friggin' murder. That's what this is. What's gonna happen next? What did the guy mess with? What broke? Where am I gonna find the next zip tie? It's a big question. What's in this shock? There's a good one. It's always a good question to have. There we go. These shock towers have 4, 8, 10 different slots for you to, different angles for the shocks. That's pretty sick. I have no idea why you would need that kind of adjustment on a T-Max, but that's kind of cool that you have it. I'll give it that. I'm sure you see these things being raced everywhere. All right, cool. Yeah, look at these shock shafts. Nice. Lotus, I caught an 8-pound T-Max today. Could you imagine grabbing this by the with a hook, grabbing it by the bumper and dragging it in? That would be a definite good reason for catch and release. That would be hilarious. I went out fishing once at this small pond by the house we all used to go to. It was nice, you know, nobody bothered you because, you know, it was all shit fish and it was just somewhere to hang out. And a buddy of mine got pissed off and he threw his fishing pole into the pond. And about a week later, he caught it again. You ever see somebody get re-pissed? It's hilarious. See if I can get these pins out, get these arms off. Let's take a look at these arms, man. These arms are dope. All right. Thought I had a broken one around here. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work just fine for what we're gonna do. All right, if I do that, we're gonna end up destroying the clip. So let's pull the clip off. These are the nicest C-clips I've ever had to take off. Surprisingly, just pulled right through. Usually they fight with them and they fly off. And all right, they're gonna need some more persuasion. Gonna need, what am I gonna need? What do I have that would work for this? Don't want to tear up the arm. So I'm going to take something exactly the same size as the pin. I'm going to try to run it through. Ooh, she's tight. Not going to use that. Actually, this one's fucked. Let's use this one. Jesus Christ. Yep, that's what happens when you put steel and aluminum. Jeez. Urban Legend, what's going on, man? Punishing myself here. Try to heat it. Then I got to heat it 3 different spots. I don't like the fact of the plastic underneath it. Can I get that pin now? Not in the least. That's going to be fun. Okay. All right, what do you think? Yeah, don't snort these Lucky Charms or this dust coming off this piece of shit. It's moving. It's coming out. That's going to give me a fight the whole time. I'll replace the pins. I don't care about that too much. Wow. This thing's no joke. There's some more. See if we can get on that now. So pull it some more. No bueno. Holy shit. All right, that's probably going to have to wait. Get it in a vise. Clamp the tops around it and try to just bang them through. I mean, they are coming out, but good God. It's friggin' centimeter by centimeter. It's going to pop out that way. All right, let's move on to some other spot. WD-40 would work. It's not that, it's getting it in there. It's just that it's so tight because of this bulkhead is made out of magnesium or something that the what's it called? The metal is actually swollen. It's not really it's not a rust issue in there, it's a metallurgy issue. It's just that it's so swollen it won't come out. See, there's a centerpiece for it. It also has that name on it. Max Traxxas. You can see, I don't know if I can get a good shot on it. See the machine marks? Like, these are nice. This is nice stuff. Well, it could be nice stuff. What happens? How are we going to get that out? Cool. One complete axle. These axles are going to be worth a shit with a 3.3 in it. I don't know. Let's see what we can do with that. See if I can get on there again. Bolts out of the way. Original is the best way to go. Yeah, but I kind of like the bling of it. Kind of would like to use it. It's a little different. And I don't want to change up. Is that coming? Nah, that is not important. Nah, it's gonna have to be pounded through. All right. Let's basically make it look like this on the other side. Let's get the shock tower out of there. Not really too concerned about putting the screws back where they go like I normally do, because every one of these screws is fucked. I'll go through the manual, go through it one at a time, get it sorted out that way later. I mean, because this is going to have to sit in some PB Blaster for a little while anyway. Jenny sells screw kits. Absolutely. I already been on that site, Lotus. Just by the looks of this thing, I knew that was going to be a... We're going to be ordering that up soon. What engine did you put in your T-Max, Lotus? Oh, maybe I did lose something I need. There we go. All right, 2 more. Get this off. I'm more stoked about light it on fire. The whole thing or just the part? I'm more stoked to see what this is going to look like when I'm done with it. I think this is going to be kind of cool looking. But it is so far gone at this current time. Oh, wait, what happened? Breaking down the front end just to see if there's any other great discoveries. No, I'm not lighting the magnesium on fire in the house, but we can try it outside. All right. Now see what I mean? Like, look at this. Nice aluminum. This is not cheap aluminum. This is nice. Standoffs for the shocks made out of aluminum. It's got those 2-piece body mounts. Like, this is actually really nice shit. I've never heard of the company, though. It's pretty cool. Shocks are FUBAR. I mean, I don't care if I got to take a Dremel and cut this bulkhead apart. I'm not using any of it. Shock. Other shocks. You're getting sick out here on a Dirty Max. A mask and a respirator? No, it's not that bad. Yeah, end up with friggin' black lung or something from working on this piece of crap. We're almost done. Oh, there. It came apart. Sweet. Just falls right off like that. That's cool. All right. Yeah, there's a better shot at that metal, like I said. Look at it. All right, there's the diff. Diff don't feel terrible. Take that for what it's worth, I guess. Oh, Lord. Nah, this is cool. I think this is going to be cool. Yeah, the metal ate itself. Got eaten by the rats. The rats were picking at it. I think this is a great example, though, because there's a lot of us on here that like to do repairs and restorations and cool stuff. I think this is about as bad as it gets. I mean, yes, we can all agree we've probably seen worse, but how long ago has that been? This is pretty bad. Flathead screwdriver. It fell on the floor. Oh, and I get to do this all again on the back. This is going to be fun. Let's get this hex off. God, even the hexes are stuck. They're plastic. There's no reason. I bent this. I think it's junk. Oh, what am I looking for? This. be enough to get there now. My God. This is plastic. This don't even rust. Oh. Good geez. Look at this. Throw it back in the lake. All right. Wow. Whew. Getting that pin out is going to be a good one. All right. What do we use? This here? No, that's not going to work. Where'd that piece of shit go? Come on now. You know everything's a hammer when you need it to be. Wow. All right. Let's regroup and think about this. Let's probably take the balls out of the arms. I can disconnect that whole piece. I can put the whole piece in the vise and I can work on it a lot easier. This is bad. Hey, Paco, what's going on, brother? Dude, this thing's bad. This is probably one of the worst ones I've had. Oh, fuck. I've never got one apart this bad. This is horrid. Okay, that one's loose. We're gonna put this thing right back on in the pond, I think. You left about the same amount of debris on my floor. Yeah. Yeah, good thing it was free. Yeah, no shit. Should see the engine. The engine was way worse than we thought. I think I paid too much. All right. Let's try this one more time. Yeah, right. It's gonna break my bit. All right, let's spray this down with something. Let's see if it will help. All right, give it a minute. See what it do. This thing is probably the worst. I'll have to watch it and see how bad the engine was. Yeah, the engine was, there's snapped off bolts. The thing was apart. It's not good. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to heat that. Okay. Should I? I don't know if I should be playing with a torch with this shit all over. How flammable is magnesium? Oh, fuck. All right. All right, we'll go back to this one then. See if I can get this out. Yeah, we'll probably do that later. I'm gonna be fighting with that thing for an hour. Very, don't do it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Give it a little try. No, it's just spun in here. I'm afraid of snapping the Allen off. That's all. I don't want to break this. Kind of like these. See if I have a. I'll never be able to get an end on it. Let's try it. I'm not gonna use this one. Use the dynamites. I don't like dynamite. Yeah, I got it. Good old PB blaster. Must have finally started working. Okay. There we go. Nice. Okay. All right, let me throw this in the vise, see if I can get that pin out. Oh, the worst of the worst today. Everything's bad. This whole thing is bad. We're gonna make it nice. There it goes. All right, got the pin out. See if I can get the axle out now. Wow. Yeah, that thing's bad. I don't know if I'll be able to get this one out. Let's try the PB blaster trick again. See if that won't. Let it sit. All right. Well, all right. We're apart. Well, let's see what the chat says. Get some foil, add pepper, throw some garlic, paprika, put it on the grill. Yeah. Let it cook for a little while. Maybe it'll work. I guess I could see that, well, these bulkheads are not going to be reused. We're going to replace those. Let's see if RPM makes a set or if I got to use the traxxas ones. The arms I'm going to try to clean up. I think these will clean up nice. I'm going to reuse those. They look cool. They do. They look pretty cool. But these pins are going to fight me. They're going to fight me for a while. So I think that's going to be it. Anybody else want to see anything else with this thing before I wrap it up today? That's all I got, man. I'm about 2 hours in. I think we got a good amount of work done to it. Found out the engine is absolute dog shit, and the suspension barely wants to come apart, but I got it apart. Diffs is here. Other than that, I'd say that's pretty much it for today. Appreciate everybody coming out, checking it out. Where did I put the pin? I don't really care. I'll get a new one. Hex is bad anyway. That's pretty much where we're at. There's the pin. Made one hell of a mess. Probably gonna take all day to get my hands clean again. Show the engine again? Okay, I'll show you the engine again. This is what we're sending back to Traxxas. I'm gonna try that route, but I'm gonna look around, see what else option wise we have. The issues we're having are it's got 3 out of 5 bolts for the coolant head. The other two are snapped off in the block. The inside is absolutely disgusting. The back plate is cracked. The back plate is also has 2 screws broken off in the block, and they are broken off well into the block. So that's a complete drill job. And it's only 1 screw. We can take the back plate off. If anybody just ate, I feel sorry for you. But I can show you the inside of the engine. It's, yeah. Compression, next to none. And the inside of the engine is absolutely just, someone pooped in it. I mean, I think that's a legit turd floating in there. It's no good. In order to make this engine worthwhile, I'd have to drill out 2 screws in the block, which is going to be a complete nightmare. The ones in the head I could get out. They were stuck up enough. The carburetor, I think that's where the turd may have entered. The bearings are probably in the same shape as the backside of the crankshafts. It's just not worth it. It's not worth fixing. It's dead. You figure by the time I put a... Okay, now you're not going to fit. All right, come on. I got to be nice to you now. Spin rod. That's all I need you to do. Thank you. No real reason to be nice to it now, you know. It's by the time you put a piston and a rod, a sleeve, it's worthless. Come on, just get on the top. See, I said it would be nice and easy to take apart. No, I lied. There we go. So, yeah, we're going to call it on the engine. Forget it. We're going to have to either go with the trade-in, the hop-up plan, go with the 3.3 instead of the 2.5, or maybe do something cool. Yeah. And then OG was, you know, acting up. It could put the old 4.6 in there. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, that's got to sit back pretty far to clear. If you line the end of the crankshaft snout up, it's 1/2 inch. At least a 1/2 inch. That would be funny, though. Think I get sued? You put an HPI engine in a Traxxas? Traxxas is going to sue me. Watch. That would be cool. Fuck you, Traxxas. Sue me if you want. But, all right. Well, I think that's it. We're going to call it for today. Didn't even plan on doing anything today, but it rained. I got nothing else going on. Figured we'd take a look at it. So, every bearing, pretty much everything is bad. But I think I can clean up 90% of what's here. The rods are definitely not worth saving. I think Jenny's had them cheap anyway. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's it. Let's call it a day. Let's clean up this mess. I'm going to work on these pins for probably the rest of my life. And we'll call it. But, all right, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Let's keep working on this thing. See what I can do with it. All right. Till next time, I'll catch you probably next Saturday. We'll do something more. Maybe I'll get some progress on this. I'll get something cleaned up. We'll have something to show, you know, for the time. So, all right, everybody. Have a good the rest of your weekend. If not, I'll see you on Saturday. Peace.